Hi, I'm Bob Harris from Bikeworks Limited, and today I'm going to talk about shipping a bicycle. It must be done properly so it doesn't get damaged, and we offer that service to people. Oftentimes someone is going on a vacation and they want to have their bike with them for a few days or a week or two, and we ship a bike sometimes to their hotel where they reassemble it themselves, and sometimes we ship it to a bike shop where the bike shop will reassemble it. You can walk into the bike shop and walk away with your bike to use on your vacation. Sometimes we ship a bike to a college student. The family might have an old bike from the garage that could come in handy at the college. Oftentimes they're stolen at colleges, so an old bike is a great thing to have. We would ship it. We will give you a corrugated box if you want to ship it yourself. It does require some disassembly, a few tools to disassemble it, and a few tools to reassemble it on the other end. Mostly what you need are you need a pedal wrench to remove the pedals, and you would need an Allen wrench to remove the handlebars or the stem from the bike. The front wheel comes off by hand, and the seat and seat posts come out with an Allen key. So the first thing I would do when I'm disassembling a bike is to remove the pedals. The left pedal is reverse threaded, which means it is removed by turning it clockwise, like this. The right pedal is regular thread, so it would unscrew in a counterclockwise rotation. The long wrench comes in handy because often these are quite tight. So you're removing the pedals. Now this is a full carbon bike, full carbon fiber bike, and we would wrap every tube with protection to help avoid any damage to the frame. An old bike would not require much in the way of protection. We got the pedals off, so we're going to take the front wheel off and remove the quick release skewer from the wheel. Careful not to lose the volute springs. We just put a release skewer wheel, put that with the pedals for the small parts box. What I like to do on a road bike is to turn the fork around, and to do that we need to remove the front brake, which is removed with a 5mm Allen key. Now there are certain plastic pieces that we use to reinforce certain areas, like the end of the fork, which is particularly vulnerable. There's a plastic piece that we have. The manufacturer uses that when they ship us the bike. If you want to give it extra protection, wrap some padding around that area, because that's usually in the corner of the bike, and corner of the box rather, and that's often where the boxes get damaged, right on the corner. The next step is to remove the handlebar. Now sometimes, if it's not a removable clamp in the front the way this one is, you have to remove the stem from the bike, because you can't remove the handlebar so easily. but most modern bikes have a removable clamp in the front of the stem, and the handlebars come off, and now you can turn the fork around so it's not in the corner of the box as much. You got a little bit of a crumple zone in the box so that if it is dropped on the corner, it won't necessarily damage the end of the fork. So once you have that and that out, we remove the seat and seat post as a unit. And then we have the bike like this. Now all the tubes would be wrapped up and protected. The front wheel goes in like this. Okay. Normally what we do, so the axle doesn't pop through the box, we put a little piece of plastic on there. And there's also, for the rear derailleur, this cap will protect the derailleur. You could shift it to the inside gear to move it further away from the outside of the box, but a piece like that is critical. The handlebars would be somehow fixed in here, something like that, all tied together and appropriately padded so nothing gets damaged. But basically it looks like this, and a box that's about 50 to 52 inches long is usually required for something like this. Measure the height and get the right size box for your bike. There are mountain bikes that have disc brakes that are much bigger than this that will not fit in such a small box. You might have to remove a fork or go to an oversized box, which is much more expensive. UPS and FedEx have a limitation of 130 inches of, which is girth plus length, 130 inches. If it's over that, you pay, it goes into a different category and you pay a lot more for it. So this is what we do when we box it. And once again, we do offer that as a service to customers. So they can just drop it off here, drop the bike off with the address. You'll pay a fee for the boxing depending on how much wrapping goes into it, but generally the fee is from $35 to $75 for boxing it, and then plus the fee for FedEx Ground or UPS. There are, as I said, several tools required, the pedal wrench and Allen key, and that's about it. I hope this helps you. Thank you.